Hey guys, this is Pratap here. Now we are going to talk about network connectivity and server networking. I mean, we can talk, uh, networking in server. So networking in server. So over here, what all we are going to talk about? We'll do that bridge network, then firewall ports and logging, and then NIC teaming, and then sharing. Right? So let's have a look. So if you see it here, let's say this is our Windows server, right? So you can see it here. Right now you are connected with network. That means internet is there. You'll go here ncpa.cpl, right click on this, click on status. You can see that details, IP details you are getting. Sometime you will face that this one of the this network is coming amber. Amber means it's coming some red cross error or triangle error. In that case, what are the issue can be there? So it can be your IP range, the IP range you have set, like what is your LAN network IP, and you have put some wrong IP there. That is the reason. It also can be your gateway, you have given wrong gateway. Gateway, what is that gateway here? Now if you go here, you can click on status, you can see here, and that is the gateway. If you give the wrong gateway, you are not getting IP address. Okay, let me show you up how it is. You'll go there, you go to properties, and set that IP address statically. Let's say 192.168.168, now 43 dot, let's say 55, 192.168, 43.1, now 192.168.43.1. So once you have given it you know properly, you see internet is there. But once you'll be giving wrong gateway, like this gateway 1, it's perfect. If you make it 100, now what will happen? That will be showing, you can see it here, it's identifying. That means it's not able to reach to the gateway. But this particular interface, it can reach the gateway. You can see that's why its network, it is unidentified. It's not identifying. Can you see it here? So that's the difference. So once I'll give that proper gateway, so you will see it here, like it will be able to connect. Let's say once I'll change it, I will make it 1, and you can see it's connected to the network. Same way, if you make that DNS also, if your DNS is not properly configured, also you will not get internet. Let's say I'm giving something. Now I will make it okay. Now close. Also you will see that it will not able to connect the network. Right? So DNS also matters, in order to browse immediate. I mean, now it is not showing connected, disconnected, because there is another one is running. Also this old DNS information still it is stored, so that's what it is not uh, you know uh, showing it's disconnected. Anyways, so now this is the weekend troubleshooting. Also you can check that cable is properly connected, NAT has been configured properly. Once you are talking about a real environment, so what happens? So router, other side from where IP address is coming, I mean ISP is coming, so that side is called public and inside is private. So in order to make the communication between private and public, we do NATing. So if there are any issue with the NAT, that time also we don't get IP address. So if sometime you have set that wrong subnet mask, now if you see it here, if you go here, if you check details, so this is that subnet mask. So if you make it some other subnet, let's say you have done subnetting, or you have put some other things here, let's say 128, I have put it here. Okay, then you will see it should not get the IP address. I mean, it should not communicate with the network, right? So once you will be doing it, you have changed the sub network. So after that it should not work. Clear, guys? Because if you change that sub network means it is in some other network, so it should not work. All right. Just because my network is zero network, so it's picking up all. But in enterprise company they will be having different department. Let's say IT department, finance department, marketing department. So all the departments will be different, so it won't be communicating there. All right. So that's the way you can segregate and you can separate. All right. So next we'll be discussing about firewall. So once we'll go here, run and type here firewall.cpl. So immediately firewall is going to come. So by default, once that your system is turned on, that firewall will be on. All right. You can see firewall is on. Active private network. Can you see this a private network? Why? Because it is after your router. This network is after your router, not beyond router. So that's what it is private. Notification set is showing up this. Block all connection apps list. Okay, now once we'll click on advanced, you can see that inbound rule. Inbound rule means the traffic which is coming from outside. So now see, these are the plenty kind of traffic is there, network discovery, etc, etc. Suppose you double click on this network discovery and you want to customize it, you can do it. Protocols and port. Now you can programs and service, what all programs and service you want to allow or you want to block. You want to allow connection, it's secure. So once you customize and you can make a rule over there. So this all rule you can make it here. Suppose you go there and you can programs and service, remote computer, which all remote computer you want to communicate with this particular port. This kind of customized rule you can make it. You click here and go to properties, same window it will be come up here. Now if you want to make new rule, so new rule you can make it a rule related programs, rule related port. You want to block or allow some port, you want to block on allow some programs, you want to make some custom rule, and then you can go and all programs and what, or if you want to customize you can do it, what kind of port you want to allow or block, that all you can do. So firewall, Windows firewall also play very vital role in network traffic to allow or block. Next will become up, if you see here in this network, if you see in this network there have two network, right? I mean two network adapter. There is two network adapter here. So what I want, if I want both of them connected together, and I'm making one bridge network. You see, same thing you can do in your Windows machine, Windows 7 also. But in that case, you have to have two network adapter. All right. If you are working on the real server and all, in that case, let's say this is one real server. Okay, real server. So what you can do, backside of the real server, can you see the ports? So those ports you can club them together, like these are the ports, you can club them together. Fine. So that is also will be working as a bridging. But Windows Server is very smart. What they have done, they have come up with some advanced features. I will talk about the advanced features also. Now you see that you have done with the bridging. Now once you'll give that IP address here, and it will be keep working. One thing you just have a look. Once you go here and click status, how much it is? 1 Gbps. You just go here, right click and status, how much? 1 Gbps. Now when you make the bridge one, right click and status, how much? 2 Gbps. And you see the speed become 2 Gbps. Clear? And one more thing you just see here, once you click on status and go to the details, so once click status details, see you can't see anything. You go here, right click status details, see you can't see anything. Why? Because by combining their status, he created the new status that is called network bridge. You go there and click on status, you can see here that new Microsoft network adapter. You can see the physical MAC address. This MAC address is different from both of them. Alright, fine. So now what we will be doing, we can delete this. We can delete. So once you make it delete, so you see immediately both of them working independently. Earlier they was combining together. See, this MAC address is different and that this MAC address is different. Can you see that? Okay. So this was your bridging. Now Microsoft have got very advanced one technology that is called NIC teaming. So once you click on this and you can select both of them and right click and you can give a name of that teaming and you can select here and click OK, and immediately they will bridge together and they will be acting as a single NIC. Alright, acting as a single NIC. Not only that, you will be having plenty variation there. Like you want both of them port to be active, or you want one to be active, another one to be in passive states. So in that also you can check it. Also, if you want some other features like static teaming, switch independent, LSCP, what kind of features you want to enable there, that also you can allow there. Okay, so this is NIC teaming by default. Windows Server, they're having these features. How you'll be going? You'll go to that local server, and then you can click on disable. Once you'll click on that, so immediately you will be able to see these features. Okay, so now let me take you ncpa.cpl. Now once you'll be going to that network, can you see here view network computers and devices? Now turn on network discovery. Now this computer name is what? SRV, isn't it? So what this thing is, let me explain. Once you'll be going here network center, can you see advanced, can you see that network discovery? So by default never do the network discovery on. What will do, it will share this computer personal details, it will be shared on the network. Alright, so you should not do this. So that is the kind of vulnerability. So you will never do it. Can you see that here? Once we have just did the network discovery, we have got that network information. Alright, now if you go here and give a double backslash and give the IP address of the server, you can see default what all the services are shared. So it's not good practice, so you don't do it. So that's all for this. And NIC teaming and other topics that what we have discussed, we will be coming more in detail once we'll be doing a topic on that. So just now I'll give an overview on network, server network. Okay, so fine guys, so this is the way you can manage your server network. Now you can see both the NIC card and all this. So in case you have any queries, so you can go to the site. You can go to the site, and then you can put your comment here in the down. You'll go here, let's say any of these topic that what you have doubt, so you can put your comment, so then I will get back to you. Thank you guys.